Hi Sanity Seekers, Didam here. Today we are diving into the Amazon rainforest and having an in-depth look into how its deforestation rate halved in 2023. The Amazon rainforest, often called the lungs of the planet, plays a critical role in regulating Earth's climate and maintaining healthy ecosystems. It absorbs vast amounts of carbon dioxide, a major greenhouse gas, and releases large quantities of water vapor into the atmosphere, influencing global rainfall patterns. This rainforest is also a treasure trove of biodiversity, with countless plant and animal species found nowhere else on Earth. Protecting the Amazon is vital not just for the rainforest itself, but for the health of our entire planet. The so-called lungs of our planet has been in the headlines a lot lately, and finally, for good reason. In 2023, there was a dramatic shift. The deforestation rate dropped by a stunning 50%. This is the lowest level in 5 years, according to Brazil's environmental ministry. What's behind this remarkable change? We'll be diving into the reasons and what it means for the future of the Amazon, coming up next. This significant drop is largely credited to a major crackdown by IBAMA, the Brazilian government's environmental protection agency. They have been cracking down hard on illegal activities in the Amazon, with a significant increase in inspections. Imagine teams of dedicated IBAMA agents patrolling the rainforest on foot, by air, and even on the waterways. Their boosted presence has made it much harder for illegal loggers and land grabbers to operate freely. It's a stark message from the Brazilian government that they are serious about protecting the Amazon. The data shows a clear drop from 2022, with over 5,000 square kilometers less forest lost. This is equivalent to just under 2,000 square miles and more than 6 times the size of New York City. Around 60% of the Amazon basin falls within Brazilian boundaries. The remaining 40% is shared among 8 other countries in South America: Peru, Colombia, Bolivia, Ecuador, Venezuela, Guyana, Suriname, and French Guiana. Brazil pledged to end deforestation by 2030, and last year's efforts were certainly an impressive beginning. Protecting the Amazon rainforest by ending deforestation would be a massive win for climate change, biodiversity, and indigenous communities. It would slow climate change by absorbing more carbon dioxide, safeguard countless species, and support the livelihoods of people who depend on the forest. Other than these governmental efforts, it's difficult to analyze the exact socioeconomic reasons and shifts that might have contributed to this astonishing outcome right now with what we know. But there might be other actors in this story as well. For starters, international pressure from climate-concerned countries and parties can be playing a big role in reducing deforestation in the Amazon rainforest. This can happen in several ways, both right now and in the years to come. Whether we like it or not, a lot in our world is about money and economic pressures. Evolving market forces disincentivize deforestation and make it a financially unattractive one, and here's how that happens. Consumers around the world are increasingly concerned about sustainability. If a country is heavily criticized for Amazon deforestation, there is a risk that major retailers or environmentally conscious consumers might boycott products like soy, beef, or timber linked to Amazonian deforestation. This can lead to a decrease in demand and potentially lower profits for those involved in deforestation-driven industries. International institutions like the World Bank or private investors might become wary of financing projects in countries with high deforestation rates. This makes it harder for industries like cattle ranching or logging companies to secure funding for expansion into the Amazon rainforest. Without access to this capital, such activities become less financially attractive. International trade agreements can also be powerful tools. Some agreements can include clauses that incentivize sustainable practices like forest conservation. Conversely, countries with high deforestation rates might face trade barriers or tariffs for their Amazon-linked products. This makes these products less competitive in a global market, putting economic pressure on those countries to address deforestation. We all know that money makes the world go round, but after that, reputation comes into play. International monitoring exposes deforestation rates, and concerned countries can put diplomatic pressure on Amazonian nations. Media and activists raise awareness, pressuring companies and consumers to avoid products linked to deforestation. This can damage the reputation of countries with high deforestation rates. International efforts can also lead to more funding for rainforest conservation and sharing knowledge on sustainable development, offering alternative pathways for the Amazon. Plus, growing public awareness and domestic pressures within Brazil itself might be pushing the government to prioritize the Amazon's protection, and this too can take place in several ways. There might be electoral consequences of deforestation. A well-informed and concerned public can make Amazon protection a key voting issue. This can incentivize politicians to take action and prioritize policies that address deforestation. Increased public awareness can fuel activism by environmental groups and indigenous communities directly impacted by deforestation. Protests, campaigns, and media attention can put pressure on the government to address public concerns. Likewise, a domestic shift towards sustainability can influence businesses. Tourism operators, for example, might benefit from a well-preserved Amazon and may lobby for a stricter environmental regulation. Some of these positive changes could also be a consequence of the shifting national identity. Brazilians are increasingly recognizing the Amazon's unique biodiversity and its irreplaceable value. This growing environmental pride as a sense of national identity can also push for the protection of the Amazons. Also, public awareness about the environmental impact of deforestation, such as increased wildfires and disruptions in rainfall patterns, can lead to demands for action to protect public health. Public scrutiny matters too. Domestic media outlets highlighting the destruction of the Amazon can keep the issue in the public eye and hold the government accountable for its actions. Social media campaigns can raise awareness, mobilize public opinion, and hold corporations and governments accountable for their environmental practices in the Amazon. Now, hold on a second. While this news is certainly hopeful, we need to be cautious. One good year doesn't erase decades of damage. The area cleared last year is still massive. Deforestation might simply be shifting to other areas or going unreported. Plus, the Amazon still faces major threats from illegal logging, land grabbing for agriculture, and infrastructure development projects. So, what does it all mean? It means that we shouldn't lose sight of the bigger picture. Continued international support and pressure on Brazil's government are crucial. But most importantly, we need solutions that address the root causes of deforestation. This means tackling poverty in the Amazonian communities and creating sustainable development opportunities that protect the rainforest and its people. The Amazon's fate is intertwined with ours. By staying informed and engaged, we can all play a part in securing the future where these magnificent forests continue to thrive. I hope you enjoyed my presentation today about why the Amazon deforestation rate halved in 2023 and the dynamics that might have contributed to it. If stories about possibilities for a better future resonate with you, please hit the like and subscribe buttons and join me on an optimistic adventure where we hunt for solutions, not just headlines. And let's keep the conversation going. Share your thoughts about the Amazon rainforest in the comments below. And until the next video, I hope you enjoy days of growth and resilience.